Hey, look, what's up, man? What you look telling me? So obviously, World Cup sort of round up of the second round, and let's start off with Wales versus Iran, 2-0 to Iran. Hennessy gets sent off, man. They really said no alcohol in this bitch, bro. You get sent off, rightly so, by the way. Like, what you doing there? It low-key reminded me of when not really like the same like incident, but I remember one time when Leno just comes out, and just handballs it, bro, against Wolves. And it's like, big man, like, you're right. It was just kind of that same stupidity, I'll be real. But yeah, man, Iran deserved winners, and that basically means Wales are out because are they going to really beat England 4-0? No, like, let's actually be real, like, they're not in it, so cool. It was a good run in it, but if they manage to beat England 4-0, first of all, that Ford needs to submit his resignation in front of the whole nation. Like, I want him to full on get a live camera, go to the FA or no, this is in Qatar, so it's a bit long for that. He needs to do that immediately. So he needs to get a live camera, show the email he's writing to the FA to say his resignation, because there is no way in this life that Wales beat England 4-0. No way. Absolutely no. That's not happening. So we're also going, I know, look, everyone's trying to like amp it up because it's a British derby, whatever that is. It's just never happening. Let's just be real. So, good for them. They went to the World Cup for the first time in over 60 years, but it just wasn't meant to be. It just didn't have a good defender, and that's I think like that's what's the problem. They just didn't have a good defender because their defense looks absolutely washed, mate. But yeah, then we had the Senegal versus Qatar. I said Senegal on my dark horses, and look, I know right now they're set on third, similar level on point. No, they're not. They're not level on points. They're not level on points, but they're 1 point behind Netherlands and Ecuador. And I put them as my dark horses because I truly believe that they will beat Qatar. I mean, they beat Qatar 2-0, but 2-0. But I genuinely think they're going to beat Ecuador. I really do think that Senegal are going to beat Ecuador. There's just something about that Senegalese team. You got to remember they're doing this without Sadio Mane, their best player, their captain. That's Koulibaly, the captain. I'm not sure. But they're playing without their best player, man. Like, you see Brazil even today, how they're not playing as well. Like, and I'll get onto them in a minute, but like, you can't underestimate how much of a loss your star man is, man. And I know that's sort of like a given, that's what they call a star man, but like, I feel like sometimes I feel like sometimes like it's a different sort of it's a proper understatement, that star player, man. And the fact that they're doing it without him, I think it's impressive, and they've been playing really well. I like the style of play. I've always liked Senegalese style of play, especially when I saw them in the Afro Nations. Fantastic. But yeah, I think they'll go through. I really do think they'll beat Ecuador. And obviously Ecuador drew with Netherlands. I mean, I'm kind of shocked about that, actually. I really thought that Ecuador would lose, but they're really pulling strong, bro. I'll be real, and good for them, man. Good for them. Let them keep riding on. You never know. I know what I predict, but you never know. But Netherlands, I mean, that should be a shocking result. It should be a shocking result. Like, what Ecuador ranked in the world rankings? I think Netherlands in the top 10. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to understand why, because they weren't even the Euros. But it's I don't really see their defense as good as people think. I know they've got Van Dijk, don't get me wrong, innit? And they've got, obviously, De Ligt, but there's just something about that defense that looks like it can get at, man. It really does, but I still expect them to. Obviously gonna beat. Sorry, obviously gonna beat Qatar. Like, come on, like, of course they are. Like, Qatar were so trash, man. They might have been the worst tournament host of all mankind. Honestly, they were shit. But yeah, then obviously we had the England versus USA game. Look, I already made a video about that, so I'm not really gonna speak about it too much. But man, put on Henderson over Foden. I really want you guys to really understand the abomination. That's the word I called it. It's an abomination to put a 32-year-old Henderson, washed Henderson, a CDM, yeah, over Foden when we need a goal. Anyway, just want to leave that in it. But like I said, I still think England are gonna go through. Like, there's just no way Wales are gonna beat us 4-0. It's just not happening. Yeah. Then we had the Poland versus I've forgotten it now. It was Poland versus Poland versus, oh my god, you guys, I've lost my train of thought. Poland versus Saudi Arabia. What a game that was, by the way. The first half, I thought Saudi Arabia were absolutely dynamic. Like, they were doing triangles and running behind them. Like, I'm thinking, yo, these people, if they win as well, if they had won that game, they go through. You know, like, they go through as like top of the league as well. Like, it's like, mate, they'll go through, and it's like, you know, you just feel for them because especially when they beat Argentina, you're thinking, shit, like, this is the underdog story. Do you know what I'm saying? And then they just collapse, and I guess just, you know, and also they got a penalty saved as well by Szczesny. Like, it's just, you know what, when it's just not meant to be, it's not meant to be, bro. But look, as long as they get in the Rolls Royce, you get it. So, like, fam, we got a Rolls Royce, and the whole nation got a day off, fam. Allow it, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did the country proud, man. Honestly, because I thought they played really well, and you know, I can't see them like being disappointed in their run. I think they'll be really, really impressive and happy with what they've done, and put a really good stamp, you know, in the world to say, look, we're not just oil, yeah, we actually know how to play football, and we have legmen. Then obviously, you know, the big talking point, Mexico versus Argentina. Messi just running the show. It was a fantastic goal from the outside the area. It was a fantastic goal. Got an assist. Obviously, man of the match. But yeah, I just think, do you know what? I'm going to say something right now, yeah, because, you know, there's some things you got to admit, even though, you know, it's hard to. But Lisandro Martinez might be probably the best centre-back in the world right now. I just look at him and I think, there's no way you should do what you do. It's the same thing I said about Gabriel Jesus. Like, you look at their statue and you're thinking, there's no way physically you should do what you're doing. But he uses his body like it's like he's, you know, when you're so confident in your own skin, like, you can tell he definitely goes out in the club and he gets any girl done, bro, because he's so confident in himself and he has this dominance about him and he reads the game really well. Like, honestly, it's kind of staggering, and it's mad to think that Arteta was trying to bring him in. You know how mad you know how much of a mastermind this guy is, you know? Like, he was ready to put him as, even as a centre-back, you know, he wants to play him as a left-back, where Shevchenko plays now, sort of in that CDM role, because he can play left centre-back, left-back, and CDM. So, boy, Arteta was on one, boy. Arteta was on one. But, yeah, he is, bro. Like, let's have it right. Like, don't get me wrong, Saliba is a fantastic defender. Roy's defender, 100%. But, you know, he's not starting for France. let's have it right. Like, he isn't, and I don't know what that is. But if you're not starting for your national country, it's it is something to ponder about. I'll be real. Like, despite him having a fantastic start of the season, remember this is his debut season as well, at a very young age. Do I think he will be better than Martinez? 100%. 100%. He's got something about him that will make him world class. You know what I'm saying? But I think at this moment of time, especially the tournaments, you got to put into account. Like, we've seen John Martinez do it in the World Cup. We haven't seen it Saliba. So at this moment in time, you have to base it on that. You have to put that into account, and you have to say that at this moment in time, he is the best centre back in the world. Now, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm an Arsenal fan, but look, I will never I'll give people banter. I will say my shit. I'm saying, like, if Martinez runs down and falls down while trying to chase the ball, does a Gerrard, I'm gonna fucking laugh at him to get it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll be the first one to laugh, but you gotta put your hand up and sometimes to say, you know what, bro, you gotta stop being biased, gotta stop the bullshit, because then you just look like an idiot. Like, he is the best centre back in the world right now. But so yeah. And I still think Argentina will go through, bro. I really do. I think Argentina will still go through. I know that Poland have to play Mexico. Yes, Poland have to play Mexico. And obviously Argentina facing what? Poland are facing Argentina. But I just don't see anything about Poland. I really don't. I know Lewandowski got his goal finally, but I think Argentina will come out and win this group. I genuinely do. They will win this group. And then everybody that was partnering them, people think they don't have the depth to go into distance, which I sort of agree with. But I think there's just something about the top 11, especially in the defence. I think they will do well, so I have no problems there. Then obviously we had France versus Tunisia. That's a simple game. Mbpappe might be the best player in the world right now. And he has been. If you know what, yeah, if we're actually being dead ass serious, yeah, Mbpappe has been the best player for the past 3 years. Like, I know he hasn't won the Ballon d'Or yet, and I think that's something to do with his attitude a little bit. I think his attitude is starting to sort of feed into his potential, or people's perception on his potential. But he doesn't have potential anymore. This is no longer potential anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is the best player in the world at this moment of time. Like, he is, bro. Like, he just is, man. Like, let's just stop the cap, man. And 4-1 winners. They've gone through. They were the first team to go through. Should have been England, but Anyway, but yeah, congrats to the France. That's my favourite to win it, definitely. And you know what? He might actually get the golden boot. And obviously Belgium lost against Morocco. De Bruyne's having a stinker of a tournament. Just that whole Belgium side. You gotta really question Martinez here, the manager, man. Like, I've never rated him at all. I remember when he was linked to the Arsenal job bare times, whilst he was both Everton manager and Belgium manager. Like, Arsenal were linked with him bears. I was like, nah, man, this guy ain't it. And he's just wasted a generation of fantastic Belgians. For what? For nothing. Now look at them. All of them are like, I think the average age is probably 30. You think about the reason why they're second placed in the world rankings, because they had a fantastic first 11. Think about when Vertonghen and Alderweireld were at Tottenham. That was a sick centre back pairing. They've got Courtois. They've got Eden Hazard. He was probably the top 3 best players in the whole world at the one time. De Bruyne, probably the best centre midfielder of all time. Lukaku. Tielemans. Like, what are you talking about, mate? Like, Trossard, obviously Trossard's a bit of this kind of generation. I'm talking about like 2016, 2014, World Cup, that 2014 World Cup, 2016 Euros, that era of Belgium was unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, they're gonna go out. I just don't see them beating who's in the group again. Oh, definitely, I forgot who's in the group. Oh, who do they have to face? Tunisia. Is it Tunisia? Yeah. I just see them beating Tunisia. I really don't. I really, really don't. No, it's not Tunisia. Sorry. Is it Ghana? No. Oh my God, who's in the group? Belgium, Morocco, Morocco. Oh, I can't remember, but I don't think they're going through anyway. I just don't think they're going through. I'll try to remember who's in the group. But who's next? Ghana beats South Korea today 3-2. They didn't even the comeback though, let's be real. But I think South Korea are gone. They know that for sure. So I missed the best game of this. The best game of tournament so far was definitely Spain versus Germany, 100%. That was where you see quality now. You know what I'm saying? That was definitely like, it was sort of like, the quarters, what was it? The quarterfinals kind of like quality. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it was more. How can I put this? It was given Champions League level. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it was just given more Champions League kind of match, and I was definitely very invested in that. But I think 1-1 was a fair result. Spain came out flying. Then Germany came back slowly. Obviously got a goal choked out for offside from Rudiger. But I thought 1-1 was a fair result. But if Germany go through, then mate, like, I mean, if Germany go through, I don't know, man. I don't know. The thing is, realistically, is South Korea gonna beat? Is South Korea gonna beat Spain? No, and are Ghana gonna beat Germany? No, not Ghana. Sorry. I don't know who's in this group. Is South Korea, Ghana, Germany, and Spain? No, that doesn't make sense. Ghana's not in the group then. Whoa. What? Wait. No, I'm bugged. It's not Ghana. It's Cameroon. Oh, my days. Cameroon. Wait. No, it goes Serbia. It's Serbia. Cameroon. Serbia drew to the 3-3. That was one of the best games of the season, of the tournament so far as well. Great comeback from Cameroon. But are they realistically going to go through? Are they going to beat Spain? No, I don't think so. Japan. Oh my God, I just did the racism, I think. I hope I didn't do racism. That wasn't me trying to be racist. I'm so sorry. No, that wasn't it. I just forgot. It's Japan. Japan is in Germany's group. That's it. Cool. Yeah, Serbia lost. Serbia beat Japan today. I mean, what? Serbia are due to play Japan, sorry. Cameroon are about to play Spain. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What? You lot, I don't know the groups. Costa Rica. Oh my days, this is an absolute shit show. This is a shit show. I need to get the paper out of me for next time because this is embarrassing, fam. I still upload that, don't worry. I don't give a fuck, bro. I still upload. But fam, I need to remember the group properly. It's Costa Rica, Spain, Spain, Japan, and Germany. It's been a long day. I've had work. Look at my hair. I'm fucked, bro. I'm just so tired. It's like 12 o'clock. But yeah, Cameroon versus South Korea. Serbia, that was a good game. 3-3. And then obviously we had Portugal versus Uruguay. No, that's not the same fucking group again. I've done it again. Serbia is with. What? Who's Serbia with? Croatia. So there was Croatia. No, because Ghana is with Uruguay, Portugal, and Canada. Yeah. No. Canada is in France group. I don't know. Because Croatia is in France. Croatia is. You look, my mind is gone. And I don't want to skip this because this is getting too embarrassing. Okay, cool. Obviously, Brazil beat Switzerland. Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon, and then Serbia. That's so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. Shit. It's Cameroon, Serbia, Switzerland, and then Brazil. Oh. Look, Brazil did their thing today. Fantastic goal from Casemiro. It was actually wonderful. I didn't know he had tickets like that, I'll be real. Casemiro was never a guy I rated out of all that Real Madrid from 3, you know what I'm saying? Like, my rating was always Modric, Kroos, and then Casemiro, which you get. Or Camavinga even, when he comes in. But this guy got attackers, I'll be real. But he's Brazilian, you know what I'm saying? So it has to be in him to get it. But fantastic goal. I thought Jesus came on and did brilliantly. Also, I'm going to talk about my boy Jigget. But they're the second group team to go through. What is the second? Yeah, they were, because Portugal's next. And obviously Portugal beat Uruguay today. And then it sets up for a nice classic knockout, which is Uruguay versus Ghana. And if you've ever watched the 2010 World Cup, you already know what this is about, fam. If you don't, let me sprinkle a little context for you. So obviously, in the quarterfinals, Uruguay and Ghana face each other, and Ghana are about to score, and Luis Suarez handballs it. Does a goalkeeper, the hand of God, handballs it, gets a red card. Ghana get a penalty, and that Gaye, I don't know his name, but he skived it, and ultimately it led to them going out of the World Cup in the quarterfinal stages. So basically, we've got, because basically if Ghana win, they go through. But if Uruguay win, they go through. So it's basically a knockout game. and it's just there with my dada. You know what I'm saying? With my dada. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a bit peak, but yeah, it's gonna be spicy, but I'm so tired, man. Work has taken this life out of me, but I'm still watching football while I'm at work. Yeah, I love football, man. I really love it. Even though it sounds like I know nothing about it, I just forgotten the teams, man. I'll be real. And I should have been more prepared to make the video. I'll be real. I just wanted to make it before I went to bed because I realised that this was the last round. Because I remember that England are playing tomorrow, so that means it's the last round. It's going to be the last one starting from tomorrow. But yeah, the tournament got better. It's getting better now. There's a lot more draws. I find it really interesting that they've scored more second half goals than the first, which kind of shows, substitutions are definitely the reason for that. And yeah, it's getting more better, 'cause I kind of thought I didn't really agree with people when they were trying to like say things like, "Oh yeah, the World Cup is really good. It's the best World Cup it's ever been." I'm like, no, it really hasn't. Yeah, we've had a few upsets, but like, it's been okay. It's not like quality football. For the best goal of the tournament may still be actually the Cameroon goal was absolutely lovely. He just makes that guy. He sends him to the shop and he scoops it over that guy's head, the goalkeeper's head. That is an amazing goal. That is my goal of the tournament so far, 100%. Other than that, I probably said the Richarlison goal as well, but it's not really that spectacular. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's not really hitting the grounds yet. But now it's kind of starting to pick up. I think after the third round now, you see, obviously, where this is where people put their nuts in the line, and that's when they're gonna start ramping up in terms of the quality, as well. So I'm so tired. I'm really excited for that game, for this script to be over. Obviously, we already know who's confirmed. It's obviously Spain, France, and not Spain. Sweden not actually confirmed yet, but it's France, Portugal, and Brazil. Who out of the two, I think are going to be the top four. I say France going to win, and I think Brazil going to come fourth. And there was parts of that game in Brazil's game where I thought, they really need Neymar. Like they really need Neymar. But yeah, just wanted to make this video quickly and basically say that I don't think any predictions that I made in the beginning is gonna fail, man. I really do think it's gonna be France who wins it. Argentina's gonna come second. I think it goes Brazil and maybe England. I put England there because I kind of went in my heart over my head, but I probably think Spain are better than England, if I'm being honest. So yeah, and also it depends on how things are. Who finishes where in the tables, and then also that will decide, who faces each other earlier or later. But yeah, it's getting better, 100%, and I'm excited for the last games of the group stages. But yeah, just wanted to make this video. Obviously, please like, subscribe, all of that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. England are playing tomorrow, so I might do a little preview just before that game starts. Even that'll be at work. But yeah, just wanted to make this video quickly. But obviously, love to you lot for liking, sharing, subscribing, liking. I'm so tired, bro. But yeah, in a bit, you lot. Take care. Peace.